Hello, welcome to Tina Talk Show. It's me, your host, Adamwachigo. Thank you so much, audience. If this is your first time of coming to Tina Talk Show, I want to say you are welcome. And if you are a returning guest, as always, I want to say it's a pleasure that you continue to support me on this channel. Like I've always said, Tina Talk Show is a platform that is designed just for yourself. It's a platform that is dedicated to allow you to share, the platform to share your story. Like I've always said, what you need to share, what the world needs, somebody somewhere, somehow right now may need you to be that person to bring them up. And how do you do that? I personally do believe that the best thing you can pass to anyone, anybody, any society is the legacy of our experience, our understanding, our wisdom, what life has taught us. That is what the world needs. Yes, acquiring, pursuing earthly things of the world like house, properties, cars, all this, yes, we need them to put the body and souls together. But I've come to understand so far that what we need in life is what we need to share as a legacy is the knowledge, the wisdom, the understanding that we gain over the years. If we pass it on to our children, to our family, our community, the society, they would flourish even better. This is exactly what my next guest here with me is going to be doing with us. Going to be passing on his knowledge, his understanding, what he has, is the experience, what he has gathered over the years. He will be sharing it with us. He is UK based, so I've just come to his residence to come and bring that awesome message that I'm actually privileged that he allowed me to come in and bring some amazing messages today. His name is Chief Onyema Anthony Ajiduah, but I'm going to leave him by himself, to really introduce himself to you. Chief, thank you so much. It's a pleasure. Thank you for this privilege, this opportunity to allow me to come and bring something to the world. Thank you. So I really do appreciate it.
Thank you very much, Tina. It's like you said, one of those rare occasions when things happen.
Yeah.
And I want to put it this way. Let's start it this way.
Yeah.
Yes, I confirm I'm Chief Onyema Anthony Ajiduah. My title is ODOGWU Abi, and that's my greetings from home.
Yeah.
Meaning that I come from the ODOGWU royalty of Ogwashuku, born in Ogwashuku, in a small village called Olo of Ogwashuku, a long time ago. It's been a hard journey to get here. God, the blessing and love of God, have made it possible.
Amazing.
When you come from a family where you hardly can do anything without God's intervention. In my house here, you can see. You will wonder what this is doing in my house.
Hey, wow! This is a lamp, right?
Yes.
Wow, amazing! Do you remember this? Wow, amazing! So tell us. Yes, I'm wondering now. What is it doing in a place that has 24 hours electricity?
It's for me, it demonstrates a humble beginning. When you have to go to the stream by 3-4 a.m. in the morning to get water for the house.
Wow.
You have this in your hand.
Wow.
I'm talking back about 1956, 7. There's no hope of light. We don't even know what electricity is.
It's good. Yeah, wow.
This is what makes it happen. It doesn't only show you light. It tells the evils around you that there's a light coming. Because in my time, our time, we live in the middle of nowhere in the bush. And you've got to go that far to get water. And that should all the answers I want. Where is water? How am I going? Are you safe? And so on and so forth. So
wow.
This came from a very long background.
Wow.
And I keep them for things like this to happen.
Amazing.
My son was asking me, this man, you're still old. You don't know how to. What are you doing with this? I said, you won't know the story. Because it's the story.
It's a story, like it reminds you
Yes.
of where you've been,
Yes.
where you're coming from.
How hard it has been
yes.
to get to electricity.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's
wow,
why,
amazing.
That's why I take them whenever.
Kind of become like a symbolic item now.
That's right.
I mean, I think for those of us that live here in diaspora, go back home, there are still people who use it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And there's something about it that is so good because it's natural. You know, like you said, it allows you to even see the spirit.
That's right. My time, it was spirit. Whether you believe it or not. Because sometimes you're walking home from school and there's a big burning fire in the middle of the road. All you can do is run. Whatever it is,
just have to run.
You just have to run.
And this allows you to see.
Once there is light around you, nothing happens around you.
They can't come. They can't come close to you.
They only come in darkness.
They hide.
Yes.
They hide.
They leave you alone.
Yeah. Wow, amazing. Guys, did you hear that?
My mom used to say, just put it on your head and walk. They won't do anything.
How is she now? Is she still with us?
No.
Oh, bless her.
Mom died 2010.
2010.
Yeah.
Oh, bless her. May her soul rest in perfect peace.
My dad died long earlier than that. My dad died in 1969.
Oh, that's a long time.
Yeah, that's right.
Amazing. You know, as you've heard, so far there's more coming. Like, listen, it's a blessing. Like I've always point out to you guys, you see, when we look back and look where we're coming from, it allows us to, one, to put God on a spotlight, to see how far God has taken us, and two, it allows us to appreciate where we are today. Now, there's this part that I always find very interesting, and the reason why, because who we have become today,
yes,
and what we do, the beauty of it is a story behind it. You are a man that has held and still holds a lot of positions, great positions in the community, in the society, in the culture, in the worldwide.
Yes.
And for people to see how it all began is the beauty of who you are today. You know, but before that, I want to kind of like look at your upbringing. Yes, you've shared a little bit with us. Do you have siblings?
I have.
Yeah.
I'm number 6 of 9.
Number 6 of 9.
Yeah.
Boys, girls?
We are 6 boys and 3 girls.
6 boys and 3 girls. Wow.
And I'm number 6.
You're number 6. How was it like growing up? How many? 6 and 3? That is a lot.
Yeah.
Your mom and dad really did a great job.
They were great friends, and that's what happened when you are in friendship in marriage.
In marriage,
you always involve each other's hand anytime. That's what I discovered, because at the time I was asking these people what's wrong with them, but it showed up when I became a man early because of difficulties.
Oh.
My parents, my father comes from the ODOGWU royalty. My mom comes from the ODOGWU royalty. So in 1957, my mom was supposed to go get her title in her family, but she's married. So she goes get her title, but she cannot vacate that seat. She's got to have a child, a brother, a sister looking after that title. So I was now taken from my father's side of the house to my mother's side of the house.
To obtain.
To sit down there and represent her.
Ah, she couldn't. She couldn't because she was married. So someone else from her children
must be around there to
take that position.
Yeah, that's right. And that was me. And now,
that was you.
That was me.
How was that? How old were you this time?
About 14, 15.
Wow. How was it for you?
It's difficult, but you cope. You see, my time is not the type you say no.
Yeah. To parents.
When you are told something, you are told.
Yeah.
And you go do it. So I went to live in that area for Ogwashu all my life. That's a lot of people didn't know till late where I actually come from. So when it became difficult, the family called a meeting, decided, this was about October 57, decided on how things will go. So her cousin took over the job as a woman. He didn't move me away from there. He left me there.
They left you there?
They left me there.
Wow.
So,
would you have loved to return to that side?
I would have liked to return, but now I've made friends, young friends like myself, boys and girls. We had all this competition. When I was a young man like that, there's no sex in relationship. It's just good friend. We go sing a song. I had my record songbook with all that kind of thing.
Wow. Amazing.
Yeah,
wow. Wow.
I stayed there and until about 60 something I left home again to Abakaliki. I was in Abakaliki. From Abakaliki to Ihiala, to Port Harcourt, to Obra, to Correct Bene, all that.
Different places. But before all this journey, you made mention of there was the kind of relationship, there was no sex, and so can you tell us about, in comparison to today's teenagers and how you said you were young, you made friends. How was the time then in terms of looking at relationships and how were they like writing letters? And
well, you would have been in primary 6 or something to be able to write a letter. You don't at that stage. You can't. But that became the order of the day. Write love letters, and the love letter will come. Your friends will bring it to school and read it to everybody.
I know.
So it was not this love we have today. It was love from your heart.
From your heart.
It was really friendship, sincere, good friendship. That's what it was.
It's a genuine.
Yes.
No string attached. No, or you have to buy me Brazilian hair if you love me. You need to take me out if you
have that. For me, so many things brought me out, and I keep always saying that there's something God wants me to do that I have not done today. Because of the way things happen about me. Even when I'm sitting down in this house, a phone call will come and say, we want you to go do this. Then you say, who are you? You said, don't worry, I will tell you later. We want you to go do this.
You're kind of
and you go
position.
There. You go there and do it. As at the long end of it, you find out that somebody is looking at you, at your name, your activities, how you do things, responsibilities you can manage.
Wow.
Yeah.
How was your relationship? Did you at that time, when did you first fall in love? You mentioned about, I want to know how the relationship of that time was like.
It's difficult.
Was it?
Because you come from, like my background, where I come from, before anybody, a girl comes to mention your name to talk of, it must come from a royalty, because that's what I come from.
Well, okay.
Yeah, you don't just go.
You don't
you
just.
don't just go to the road and be a friend of anybody.
Oh, really?
No, it didn't work that way. So in our family, it is. I think I'm the one you call prodigal son. It's me who is out there with everybody.
Is it?
Yeah, I go play football. When you come back, you're not passing that door. Mom is not going to let you through.
But you broke all the boundaries.
All the rules I broke.
You broke them.
Because
I can imagine.
of one particular thing.
Tell us.
I am terribly brilliant.
Amazing. There's no doubt about it.
So,
audience, you're going to be hearing
no
more.
matter what I do,
my
dad will go way haywire. My mom will say, he passed. After he passed.
He's done well. Even though no matter how he's doing, he's the best in his class, he's best in everything.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm just imagining that lucky girl. Now you broke all the rules. Did you find someone?
No.
You didn't?
No. I have a group of friends. I still have a group.
Yeah.
But I didn't find anybody. Because when you get home, mom says, where have you been? You tell her where you've been. She will tell you, that's my sister. Don't go there. Even when I had come back to Nigeria,
everybody was close to each other, like cousins.
Yeah, that's right. So there are so many suitors that showed up. My mom, my mom was a very personal friend of mine. We talk with nose, mouth, anywhere.
She understood.
Oh, yeah. You just look at you and you know it's not possible. When I lived in Benin after, I got to Benin in 1975. I was employed as sales engineer to the group of BWAC. And I went to be the manager in that zone. I was heading Warri, Benin, Port Harcourt, Owerri, and a little bit of Nsoka factories.
Wow.
We'll come to that.
Yeah.
But there, I will come home every weekend. Benin is just 1.5 hours to Ogba.
So if I call you Prince, am I mistaken?
No, you're not, but it's not important. I don't like to carry those names. They are not important. What is important is the person carrying the name. That's how I relate to it.
Yeah.
If it becomes an issue, I exercise my knowledge and power. But it's not.
Wow, amazing.
In today's world,
such an humble.
What you are. Nobody wants to know.
Exactly. Or just do you see it?
You live your life, everybody lives. I don't even know who's my neighbor next door.
Wow.
So, what do you need that for? Sometimes they see me when I dress up to go out of this house.
They're like, wow.
So, we have this.
We have this. Yeah. Yes. Thank you so far. Thank you so much so far sharing that bit of you with us. I really still continue to feel privileged. Now, what school, looking at back, upbringing you had, you were brilliant in your school. What school did you attend?
Many schools.
Many schools.
In the village proper section where I was born, it was St. Mary's Catholic School.
Okay.
St. Mary's Catholic School. I had to live there to go to live in the bigger side of the village. My mom's side, I have to change school to government council school. And when eventually I had to go away to Abakaliki, I changed school again. And from there, I went to Ihiala. I changed school again. Actually, I was disrupted a lot with going to school. When I eventually settled down, I had a short time in secondary school. I was doing sports. I did 200 meters for Nigeria. I was doing volleyball. I was doing athletics, all sorts of things. Those times, it takes you away from your class.
Sure, definitely.
And everybody wants to pick you up and put in their own school. Every principal wants that
Smart kid.
Smart kid. Every school.
Yes, yeah. I think that is still now.
Yeah.
Everybody want the best.
The best.
The best in their class.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yes.
Would you say you were quiet, gentle, or the opposite of quiet?
I am very quiet. But my activities put me in front line everywhere I go. I tell you, in council school, sometime in 1959, the mathematics book we used was C.V. Durrell.
Okay.
I read them on my own time. It's like the Bible. I read it like a student, like a preacher. Like I have the whole page of the Bible in my head completely.
Amazing.
So I read other books in that format. That morning, weekly, when you come to school on Monday morning, they look at your fingers, look at your
to see if you've trimmed it.
All the things you have to be looked at, they look at it. You walk into your classroom, it's mental. We call it mental. Arithmetic. You're not talking to anybody, you go straight to your table and start doing it. I did this, and the number, I said, no, it hasn't got an answer completely. It's either this or that. So I read on that there's no particular answer, it is this and that. When the teacher took up our papers, marked, and because he said I didn't give him an answer, he wrote an answer and said, this is the answer. I said, no, it's wrong. It became an argument. And then, when they call your mom or dad to your school, you're done.
Yeah.
The next thing, my mom showed up in school. I said, well, now someone is going to kill
somebody. Oh, wow.
The headmaster sent for me and said, please sit down. My mom was sitting there. My mom, bless her, he looked at me and said, did you do it? I said, no, it's okay. What is the problem?
She really trusted you.
Oh, yeah. Mom, that is.
Wow.
He said, you challenge your teacher that this answer is wrong to what he gave to you. I said, yes, I challenged you.
Yeah,
because
it was wrong. Wow.
The headmaster said, well, we've called your mom.
You can imagine
let us now see how that became.
Yes.
Because
let your teacher just like that. Yeah. So you saw the teacher bring the answer.
They put the blackboard, gave me chalk. I went, I wrote it, bring it down, gave the answer and said, because there is a ratio of 1 minus there, this answer is not correct. You either take it plus 1 or minus. That's the answer.
And then what did the teacher say?
Everybody kept quiet. And they said, I can go back to class.
Wow.
And they spoke to my mom. My mom left. I saw her left. I was waiting for the cane because they'll bring a long cane. But nothing happened.
Yeah,
nothing.
Yeah, I know that back in the days, you can't even challenge teacher.
No.
You can't correct. You can't say, teacher, this is wrong. Even when you can see clearly that is wrong. I remember years ago when my children were still young. Me and their dad, we decided to leave them back, to go to school. And he said to me, he said, Mom, he said, can you imagine? So now sometimes he just talk about his experience. He said, can you imagine that sometimes the teacher is doing maths, Mom I could see it's wrong. And they were in primary school this time, was in they were in year 4. They said, Mom, I could see clearly she was wrong. She was not calculated correctly.
Yeah.
And then I said, what did you do? She said, I said, Miss, he said, I stood up. And in the school, it was private school, but I think two of them were the only international children that was there, So he said, Miss, he said, yes. He said, that's wrong. And the children born here, when the child is smart, like they're not afraid, Is that, I haven't said that, being bold, like the way we, growing up at that time and be able to stand your ground, it goes to show a lot of your personality. Right. And I think that pull you through so many years afterwards.
Yeah, I waited in the class. I was waiting to be flogged because I know that was
going to come.
But surprisingly,
and you were ready to face it. That is the beauty of what
I've done it. He's seen
yeah.
that it's wrong.
Yeah,
So
yeah. As long as
I wasn't
you stand
worried
for the
about
truth.
the punishment, because now the only person I was going to worry about is my mom. But she was there when I did it and gave the right answer.
And she left.
Yeah. So they moved me from primary 3, where I was, to primary 5. I didn't do primary 4.
Really?
Yeah. Then we did the exams. I still passed higher than the people there.
You know, the message there for me, audience, is this. Like, you know, when you know the truth,
yes,
even though it was this happened in a classroom, you know, it happened, you know, in education and all that, but it, you know, knowing that it's going to be flogged, knowing that all these things were coming, but stood for the truth, stood despite whatever want to happen. But I, you know, thank you so much for sharing that, because it goes to show that sometimes we are afraid of consequences and choose the wrong path.
The wrong path. Yeah,
but it's about knowing your truth, speaking your truth, and let God take care of the rest. You know, so that's quite amazing. There's a message there, and thank you for sharing that part.
I'm done.
And I mean, the challenges and everything we've looked at that. There's obviously that personality, that character has really. There's, you know, looking at everything, when I kind of researched a little bit about yourself, and I see a lot of positions that you held and you still holding, and now I can understand, you know, where the strength, where that being able to do all these things all stem from. Now let us look at amongst other positions that you have been. I researched that you attended Harvard University.
It's Cambridge.
Sorry, Cambridge University. Now, what I want to know, obviously, were you born here or born in Nigeria? If you don't mind me asking.
I was born in the bush.
In the bush. In the bush.
In the real bush in Nigeria.
You know, why I ask, you know, sometimes we could be born here and then taken home. You know, and
no, I wasn't born here.
Yeah. So I mean, that even makes it more unique again.
Cambridge came from, a lot of things have come from God. God. I was stuck in the war, Biafra War, 1967 to 70, and then that was the most difficult time of my life, because my mom is half Ogwash, half Igbo.
Okay.
And when the war hit Igbo, October 9th, 1967 it was, the place was locked down completely. You can't go into that town. So all my mom's relations moved to Ogwash because the soldiers have now gone past us. So I have to host about 15 of them. Wife, children, daughters, all that.
You did?
Yeah, they all remained with me for the whole of the 3 years.
Wow.
You know, and that was something I can thank God for. We came out.
That was brave.
Politically, if I put that there, that's why today anybody says war, and you haven't seen it before, I don't think you want to have a war. It's not important. So that, and I got back to Lagos to join my brothers. Things didn't go well in Lagos. First of all, my elder brother, Professor Ajiduah, he's late now, and his wife, Vero, is still in Lagos. Then I had to stay with them, and life in a room like this, about Vero's family, our family, we were about 9 in the room. It's only in the night you see everybody. In the morning, everybody's gone somewhere. But
9 in a room.
Yeah.
9
people
in one room,
sleeping. You only sleep. In the morning,
everybody go to their various.
Whatever they want to do.
Who will ever thought that?
And now, what happened here? My very lovely niece, she's in Abuja now, 40-something years, 50, I had to look after her.
How old were you this time?
I would have been about 23, 24,
Yeah.
25. I looked after her. Every day I come pick her up. They go their business in the evening. I bring her back. And at the time I said, is that how I'm going to survive? No, I'm not going to do that. It became an issue between me and my brother, a real issue. I said, well, I'm not going to sit down here and babysit. I've got to find a future. That's why I tell you, I said, like, I'm the prodigal son in the whole house. So that day, I told him, I said, from Monday, I'm not picking Rita up. Find how to look after her. I'm going to go my way. And I left. I went to look for my friends. And then they told me about registration in the Ministry of Labor, where you can get access to it. At this time, I've actually done A-level, preparing to. At 67, I was already going to go higher, but things didn't go. So, well, in Lagos, I went to that ministry in the morning. Ikoyi it was. I registered. When you take the form, you register, you pass it back to the clerk. Then they will go and come back, tell you either to stay or come back so day. So,
yeah.
But surprisingly, somebody came calling for Onyema Ajiduah. Who is Onyema Ajiduah in this crowd? Well, many. I raised my hand. He said, I should come. I went up to him. He said, come with me. We went inside. He said, sit down there. I sat down. Inside me, I was worrying, maybe it's not the soldier story they've brought here again, haunting me. No. Then a man came down. Eventually, I found his name is Mr. Melier. He was the HEO administration, Federal Minister of Agriculture. You are Ajiduah. I said, come with me. I went. He took me to the commissioner's office on the 6th floor. Now I'm running something in my head. I'm not sure what it is.
Wow. Is it a friend or family or friend?
I don't know him. I don't know anybody there.
From nowhere?
Nowhere. So when I got there,
amazing.
I met the commissioner, Dr. J.O.J. He said, late. He said, you are Ajiduah? I said, yes. Which one? I said, from Ogwashuku. He said, yes. Are you Joseph's son? Are you Charlie's son? Are you James' son? Or you Auntie Comfort's son?
So it sounds like your name rang a bell to him.
I relaxed. I said, oh, I'm Charles' son. He said, which one? I know when this one was born. I know when that was born. I said, excuse me. What are we driving?
Where are we driving at here? Where are we going? Where are you going? I don't know. You don't know me.
It's okay. Let me tell you something. Open his drawer, brought a picture, himself and my dad. They were in the World War together.
Oh, bless. Easy.
And he said, fine. Go home. Don't come tomorrow, come next tomorrow. So as I was going, the secretary called me and said, oh, you need to sign this paper for me. You need to sign this place, sign this place, sign this place. And I signed. And I left. Now I've gone to my friends who were about 4. Uju is dead now. Uche is dead. I think it's only 2 of us. We all came back from the war to Lagos. So we were very close to ourselves. So I went there on the 3rd day. They gave me passport application form, Nigerian passport. You take it to Trafalgar
Audience,
Square.
you hear that? Are you following?
Yeah, you go to Trafalgar Balewa Square. That's where cabinet office was. I went there with the form. And first of all, there's another envelope. I didn't open it there, but I just took the form, went quickly. The man said, you have to change your age. You are too old for this thing. You have to change your age. So he removed what is supposed to be the right date and put another date. But I got a passport, Nigerian passport, the hardback passport. And then he said to see somebody in cabinet office, which is just next door. I went there. They all know I was coming. So I get there, they give me this form, sign it, go there, they give me this form, sign it, there go.
Wow. Amazing.
Scholarship.
Scholarship. I just want to point something to audience. Listen, audience, did you hear that? But you see, the message I'm getting from this is that, you see, legacy, living a positive legacy goes a long way. Now, he brought a picture of himself and your dad. He kept it. Now, you can only keep someone who is a good friend in your heart, that you can keep the picture with, someone you've had a good experience with. And now what has that done? It has transferred to the children. That's why I keep hammering on leaving the best legacy behind. Knowledge, wisdom, experience, pass its on, because that is what cannot perish. The word, even the Bible did say, every other thing will pass away. Say, but my words will not pass away, because words cannot pass away. What can germinate and germinate and germinate, as we're talking, is germinating on people's heart. We may not be giving them cars now, we're not giving them house or money, but we are giving word. Wow. So you now gain a scholarship.
Yeah. Because immediately after the war, there were a lot of scholarships. Romania, Germany, Yugoslavia.
Did you have to take exam? Did you have to take exam, or you already know your background, like know about your education, your academic? They had to check that.
They did check, but mine had like a priority. It's coming from the commissioner of the whole thing.
Everything is possible. So, this is when God, when something want to happen, like you can see that protocols will be changed. Protocols are changed.
So everybody just.
How did you feel? Chief son, or I
didn't know what to do. When I eventually got the letter to leave the next day.
Sharp.
I went to Koroduro, took a night bus, went to the village, told my mom, and she started crying.
Oh.
I said, why? He said, because they've got to take music, they've got to take ODOGWU ABI. He said, what can happen when I'm this night?
I'm on my way. Okay, like a ceremonial send off.
Typically,
royal thing. Yeah, typically. I get do I get Were you the first to go abroad?
No.
From your siblings.
From my siblings.
From your siblings.
Yes, I was the first.
You were the first. You're the first. Amazing. So now, how was it coming to a new land, a new place, and yes, scholarship? Oh my God, what am I doing here?
You see, that's why I tell you. I say sometimes I consider myself very lucky. The way I do things, I don't know how I do them. I went to Romania. They are offering OND.
OND.
Ordinary National Diploma.
Okay. OND. Sorry, OND. Yeah.
I couldn't manage with that. You got to do language for 1 year before you carry on. I went to Italy. I left there. I went to Italy. I have my money in my pocket, so wherever I want to go, I was going.
Move.
Yeah, I was going. I went to Italy. I went to language school for 6-7 months, and then.
Is it in Italy?
And then all these things were going around and around. I started looking for my friends where they are. One of them is in Russia. He called me. Who taught? See, there's school here. They're offering HND at Legion. I went there. Night train to Russia.
Wow.
Went to my friend at St. Petersburg. He said, I'm sure the man will look at you tomorrow. Let's go. Went. Man coming through the door, the gentleman came and said, I've never seen somebody brilliant. I can see brilliance in you.
Wow.
I registered. It turned out to be a defense school, military school.
Was it? Defense school?
It was interesting.
Was it? You enjoyed it? Did you what subject did you wanted to study? What did you plan
always,
initially?
I've always had engineering in mind.
Engineering,
Yeah.
mechanical engineering.
Mechanical engineering. Because all the time, most of the things I do have engineering.
Engineering.
I worked in Nigerian Railways.
Mm.
It was in engineering. I worked for RT Briscoe. It was engineering. I worked in the company, the UAC group. It was still engineering. I was selling for. I'm a good salesman. I sell cars.
Audience, did you hear that? He's a good salesman.
Yeah.
You know, there's this thing that I always say that Igbo man, every Igbo man knows they can even sell you clutches without you breaking your leg.
Yeah, because, well, go back there. When I got back to Nigeria late 74, and I went to get a job again, and I got ODOGWU because in Briscoe, there was an exhibition, the first international trade fair, which is where part of where Festac is now.
Okay.
Part of that area is where it was held. I sold the equipment that I brought to set up. I was in charge of my canopy. I sold my equipment, and there was a particular Indian man. He keeps going and coming back. He keeps going and coming back. I thought he was just a good customer looking for something, generators. He left me his card. And then he called me and said if I can stop over for lunch in Apapa. And I'm looking at the potential buyer inviting me to lunch. Okay, I'll be in Apapa on Tuesday. When I come, I'll see you. He said just come to the reception and mention my name. So, which I did. I got to Apapa, parked my car, went there. And he honored me. He said, come. And then we left. We went at his own car. Went to Apapa Club to go and eat lunch. I wasn't comfortable with it, honestly. But he said, there's something I want you to do for me. Okay, what is it? Are you buying the generators or not? We sell big generators. 180 kVA is the smallest. The South factories, villages. He said, no, I want to employ you. And I said, employ me? Wow. You must be joking. He said, no, I'm not.
He has seen your skills.
He said, whatever you are paid where you are,
I'll pay double.
I'll give you facility. I said, no, what's the catch?
This sounds like a special kid.
What's
like you special kid, like you know, right from favor, God just favor. You know, it's about. I've seen that. You know, God orchestrate our movement. He orchestrate our movement. You know, and again, looking at, you know, because there's this common phrase I hear people always say. You know, it's not about what you know; it's about who you know. The reason how I see that is who you know, because it's God that orchestrates. So you might be able, all the smartness and everything. There's a lot of people that are smart out there, but you know, they've not been able to find their footings, you know, in a lot of things, in a lot of places where they want to be. But when God's hand is upon you,
it's only God.
When God's hand is upon you, He orchestrates. You know, He breaks all boundaries. He breaks all protocols to get you to where He wants to get you, because of the mission that He has called you to fulfill. He said, my yoke will not be so heavy. Why? Because He would bring people. It's about who you know, who you've come across with. That, you know, that is why in everything that we do, put God first, because He will bring them close to you. Amazing. Wow. So did you go work for the man?
Yeah, I told him I'm going to go home and think about it. He said, think about it. Give me a report. Feed me back.
Yeah.
In the next few days. I said, okay, I'll do that. I went to. I thought about it, and my head said, why not make a change? I said, yes, I'm going to make a change.
Wow. This all happened back home in Nigeria?
Yeah, in Lagos.
In Lagos. Wow.
I went back to him. I said, yes, okay. Yeah. Let's negotiate. How much
again? It shows you're not afraid.
No.
For change. You're not afraid to change. You're not afraid to say yes and see how it goes.
As far as I'm concerned, change brings progress more than failure.
Mm. Did you hear that, audience?
Change brings more success than failure.
Failure.
Because until you see what is outside, you won't know that the comfort you have inside is not enough.
It's not enough. Amazing.
That's how I saw it. So
Amazing.
I took the challenge. My salary was doubled. I resumed there April 1975 at the salary of 40,000 a year.
At that time?
Yeah.
That's big. That's huge.
I was given, the first car I was given there was a Range Rover. The first product of.
Wow.
When I went to the village at the weekend to tell my mom, I'm now in Benin and this and that.
And this is happening to me.
She was going around me, like going around. She goes around and he goes and look at the car side. He goes, come back. I came in on Friday evening. On Sunday, I wanted to leave. Mom said, well, you see, this car you brought, let me see the key. I gave her the key from my heart.
So yeah, this is the key.
And she said, no, you're not taking this car away from here. You are just too small to have a car like this. And I'm saying, like, Mom, finish. She said it. She said, I'm not going.
I think she's looking at it from safety point of view.
Yeah, that's
yeah, you know, a mom being scared.
You never grow up above these people. No. Wow. Mom said no.
I know.
I'm not going in that car. Go and take taxi. I left the car for her. Yeah.
You left it?
I left it there.
What an obedience.
I took taxi and went back to.
It's like when my son got his license, he paid for it. He was working doing this part-time job with college and everything. And when he got his car, I was like, I wish I could say not now.
Not now, yeah. That's the word.
Not because I had mixed feelings. One, I'm happy that he said, but that he earned it himself. Like he worked hard, he saved up for the driving test and everything, and he got it. And now bought himself a car. Yeah. So I was proud of him. I was afraid, fearful, like, oh my God. I remember the first time I was like, okay, drive me. I'm going to this place. He drove the setting up like, It was now crawling. He said, Mom, I'm literally crawling. Because I said to him, can you watch where you are going? Drive carefully. He said, Mom, I'm actually crawling.
Mom, that's how they are.
Yeah, Mom said,
so I went back.
I'm crawling. I'm not even driving. This is not how I drive when I'm by myself. I said, so you mean you drive faster than this? you remember we are waiting for you at home each time you leave the house, okay? Right. He said, Mom, I'm fine. I'm safe. Anyway, I can see where that was coming from.
Yeah, I left out the car and I went back. On Friday, I took a new one, another one. 2 drivers with me.
Easy.
Went back to the village and packed.
Okay, now you took a driver.
I took it because we're going to take the other one back.
Okay, to get it, to claim the other one.
Course.
To claim the other one.
To tell her, you see this one, I have many of it in my office. It's my choice to drive the one I want.
It also shows how parents are, yes, we know that at some point, the children will, grow wings. I mean, their own wings and fly.
That's true.
But is that fear of so this child is going to be driving, facing upon the road and it's going to face the world.
Knowledge, they see all the dangers around you. What they call danger.
Danger, yeah.
What they call danger. Yeah. That's the thing.
Yeah.
It takes her time to understand that.
Yeah.
So for me, it was to tell her, Mom, this child you had 40 years ago, it's different. It's not the same.
Exactly. It takes time. I understand.
So the only way to explain it to her is to come in the same product with my drivers. And I came I said, Mom, give me the key.
I'm not the one taking it. That somebody else is taking it.
She looked at me, looked at the people around me. I said, they are going back to me. Give me the key.
They need to drive
and
it.
They took the car and left. And in the night, she's an amazing woman. In the night, she comes to my bed there and sit down on one side of the bed. I'm sleeping. And I turn around. My body will always tell me this. Mama,
there's somebody here.
Turn around, Mama, oh no. Now, Igbo moto no nako. It's an Igbo man nako. And kemudo. You can jalo. So And that's this thing that goes in there. My eldest brother, the, the wife Teresa, which is my small friend, would go this and that and that and that. So that I was coming home. Mom knows Nanga Nata every Friday evening.
Yeah.
After it's only an hour drive.
Yeah, wow.
So, but even Nanga seen they will faith is my dear small wife is crying now. Mama said, only the silly bunny nabia. Don't bother yourself. Okay, but my wife was crying, my brother's wife. Now, Mama said, I am a silly moon. I said, oh, Nibian. Brought everything.
Easy. So you're a good cook.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Let's clap for him. Let's clap for Chief. He's a good cook. You know, amazing. Yeah, you know, I almost thought you were married at that time when you said small wife. So it was your brother's wife.
It's my brother's wife. But I brought her to marry my brother.
Oh,
that's what it is. Her brother is my friend, and through that we got her to marry my. That's how it works at that time.
Yes.
If you don't come from the right family, sorry. As you know,
yeah.
You're not coming to certain families to marry.
Wow, which is sad though.
Well, I wish we can rectify it.
Honestly.
But all the difficult.
Yeah.
So
very difficult. Well, amazing.
Yeah. My mom now accepted that I'm grown up, I can drive my car, can this and that. And like I said, I was a good salesman. Very good. Because why I came to Benin, I achieved it in 3 months.
Wow.
Lagos was paying wages for Benin while there is business to do and nobody's driving it.
Nobody's driving the business.
Yeah, nobody.
Wow. And what was this particular business that you spotted and nobody was driving and you like, you know what, there's something here?
We sell cars, we sell generators, we sell tractors and equipment, and so many variety of things, welding, electrodes, printing machines. They're all there. What they were doing is they make their own business out of the company. So I stopped it.
Okay.
I stopped it. And when I came to resume work in Benin, I was in the hotel. In the morning, I went to the office, second Secular Road. They were busy cleaning. Everybody's running about the place. And I'm saying, what's going on here? I got to the gate and the security man said, oh, they say our guy is coming from Lagos. So everybody's cleaning, everybody's working.
Clearing everywhere, putting things in order.
Yes. I sat at the gate for about 1 hour. And I said, okay, where is this man, the manager there? He said, that one, you can't see him. His Oga is the one that is coming. He's not going to listen to you. I said, I gave him a letter. I said, okay, when you see him, give him this letter. If it was not the system there, now no taxis, nothing. You have to hail one to say where you're going. They wouldn't have found me, I would have gone.
Wow. So
about 20 minutes later, I saw a fat man running across the road. You have Mr. Ajiduah? I said, yeah. He said, please, sir, I'm sorry, we're just, I keep wondering, what is going on here? Oh, it's me, the big boss that you're waiting for.
Wow.
From Lagos, I employed my secretary because I wasn't sure of what I'm going to meet. So I took a small team
with you.
With me.
Wow, amazing.
They've made the office, they've done all this and that and that and that and that.
Born to succeed. Now, I'm going to take you back.
Yes.
At this point now, you are in uni now. When you've come, was it in UK here? Did you?
No, I studied in Russia.
In Russia,
yeah,
okay.
Postgraduate I did in Cambridge.
Okay. You did postgraduate in Cambridge here.
Cambridge,
Here, okay. Now, all this, you've both in military abroad and all this thing. Did you in any way experience as someone someone that came and, kind of like tap into different countries, within Europe and all that? Did you by any kind of experience racism? And how did you manage it?
No, I didn't.
You didn't?
Never.
Wow.
I actually fought it.
You fought it?
Yeah, because in Italy, that time, once you're black, even if the bus is empty, the boys are going to hassle you not to sit down. I gave them a fight, blew up. They called police, they took all of us.
Wow.
Yeah.
Always standing for your right.
Just cheer. Why am I standing up? And the boy is speaking Italian. He doesn't know that I speak the language.
Oh, so what it means? So you come on the bus.
Yeah.
And once you are black, you're not allowed to sit.
The children won't let you. The racism is there at life. They won't. So they put a fight up, break one of their head, and they called police. Police took us. Took them, took me. They were talking because I sat down and I answered the Italian language. That stopped all the story. Said no. They went to the mission, checked me out.
Yeah, because they were not supposed to do that. They were not supposed to refer you. You were kind of your human rights kind of was.
They didn't like it. It's not my problem. But I don't racism. No, it's not in my book.
Meaning that you, when you sense it, when you perceive it, you deal with it.
I get ready with you. Yeah, I get ready with it.
Like
even in
developing,
yeah, even in our community here, when they they just don't like your faith. They just don't like you. I don't have time for that.
It's developing like a thick skin. Like, no, because one thing I've come to also see that it will always be there.
But it's part of life.
It's part of it.
Yeah.
It's about how, especially we that have left home and come to the diasporas, to the Western world, it's something that we need to come to that place where we understand that it will always be there. All the kind of command on an mad.
Oh,
you're saying, oh, tell you equal. It's like you're asking for something. Come on, gonna beg it. Yes.
No, you said no in time. No, I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, you understand. So you come to my house. Double table. The audience, did you get that? So it's about time we come to understand that.
That's right.
As long as we've left home, like those of us who have left Africa to the Western world or to the diaspora, we need to. One of the ways to fight it, or is just understanding that it is there. It will always be
there. And many times shy away from the confrontation of racism. Where I got Bonya Zog on main road. So now I got
wow.
Yeah, you walk away from it.
Wow, amazing. Wow. Now, amongst other great and positions that you've held and you're still holding, I'm still keep going back there. You are can you tell us about Ohanaeze Igbo?
Okay.
That I remember the first time I heard that name was Ohanaeze Igbo. That sounds really, really great. And like I mentioned, when I had the privilege to speak with you the other day, I said, even though I'm Nigerian, I'm Igbo, but people know me more than I know them. Yeah. Like I'm not too out there, Even if I come to occasion, before you know it, Kedia, I'm off. Like, even though I'm sociable, but I'm just not in the face of a lot of people. And so you are the founder, the president. No, if you tell me more about that.
Yeah, Ohanaeze Igbo was a concept developed immediately after the war in 1970.
Okay, so it's a long-term thing.
Long-term thing. Of a family house.
Okay.
Looking after.
I never knew that.
Everything about Igbo.
Okay.
Universally. Ohanaeze was 7 states of Nigeria.
Okay.
Of a central seat for Igbo.
Was it started by a family? Or was it
the returnees from the war who were politically knowledgeable to know that we need unity to be able to carry on as a people. That is the spot where this
where it began.
Ohanaeze and Igbo is headquartered in Enugu till tomorrow.
Okay.
And there's been developments, progressive developments since then, because Kita Enwelu, Ohanaeze and Lagos, in America, everywhere like we have in the UK. And constitutionally, we've developed that to let people know about our family house. So everybody should tap into it. Ohanaeze and Igbo. Ohanaeze and Igbo UK. I will put Ogemwa Batalo, each Ohanaeze and Igbo. After election.
Okay, the branch here.
This UK.
Okay.
President. Elect still president.
Okay.
No down. What is my target? What do I want to achieve?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
First thing when they go, according to case we kuni Igbo nweze. Igbo nweze ma ọ na wacho. And eze ndị Igbo nwe bụ na ọ bụ na ịbụ onye na-ege ntị. Na-afụ ife ọ bụla achọrọ ime ịnọdụ.
Your presence
enwezie accommodation for you to tell them in what perspective things should go. And ha ga-egere ntị. Oge m bụ president, if is in me, call the family together wherever they are. I was in Manchester, I was in Leeds, I was in Kings, Coventry, Nottingham, anywhere I reached them. We're going to make a time meeting, if I come back to a meeting.
Randomly.
Until you come.
That don't call the president. And I do president.
That picture there was taken in Nottingham. The Nottingham well Iliji.
Way better. So Hana no Makaimana, they've not.
No.
The majority of them.
A lot of people I don't know we found out Ohanaeze in the first place.
So, at least I know.
Yeah. So well, you know.
Yeah.
But knowing
it's one thing.
Being part of it actively
is another thing.
One. Yeah. So like nothing I was saying, Abiam grew into people individually. Nothing. Muna had the number. So again with the event, I was invited officially to go there. But in Jebelu there one day before. So Anyasa Ane Bochone Dozie Hall against tomorrow. I was part of doing that.
Bless. And how come you are doing that?
If you don't know somebody, you can't work with them. You have to develop a rapport to get the progress report.
Yeah.
So I went there, butcher table.
To see the ground, see how they are operating. Not looking at leading from the top. You have to lead from the ground.
I live with you to lead. I've shared what you want to know with you. That's when, even ML meeting, I'm not a meeting.
Wow. And I'm you know.
No, because of Onyema so. I'm an own friends. I'm a say,
the kind of category. Yeah.
Where are you call?
Yeah.
Obviously, party citizen.
Akobafa.
Onye ọbụla nọ n'ugbo n'ukwu afọ ndị nọ na asị na a na-echezi ka president ha bata n'ọnụ around.
N'ọkwa.
Oge mbatachi. Onye anyị na-eche.
Onye na-anọ here.
Onye anyị na-eche. Onye aka agwa abịa buru m like this.
Wow, amazing. Now, onwe ihe nchọrọ, onwe ihe just bottom n'obi now, like. Ogafo, if you make the president, obviously, it was me and Mana. Maybe you get me to understand that better. Were there kind of other person or persons that were competing for that position?
Oh yes. Okay, the structure of Ohanaeze, like it is, more states, Anambra State, Delta State, Ebonyi State, Enugu State is alphabetical.
Okay.
So, my dear son and friend, Dr. Igwe, who is the president now, is serving for Ebonyi State.
Okay.
So, 4-year term, we'll finish here, it will be Enugu State.
So it's run by tenure, like for 4 years.
For 4 years.
For 4 years.
It used to be 2. We fought from here to make it 4 because in 2 years you haven't done anything.
You haven't done,
you
yes.
Have to quite settled down.
Yes.
So for
Very
progression
true.
of the family, we succeeded by the grace of the team, particularly from London. We got it for 4 years.
I like that word you use, for the progressive of the family.
Yes.
So you see it as a family.
It's a
Amazing.
family. And it's a family.
Amazing. Now, what motivated you, sir, to want to apply, to be in that position, to lead the people?
You see, motivation truly is not only the word to use.
Okay.
The word to use is responsibility. Instead of challenging somebody on the seat, or challenge, give room.
Yeah.
Give room, because I'm in a Delta State. The next session, so you work hard to present some things that will make this family go forward in Delta State's perspective.
You had plan. You had the idea of how to grow it.
Yes.
To lead it to its success as much as you can,
yes.
And you felt like, I can do this. I think I can. I want to be the voice. I want to be able to contribute.
Yes.
To the
system. So
yes.
Ghana. Yes.
Amazing.
So for me, I developed so many things. Ohanaeze, we can talk about it for life. But I created, recreated. Every time you get an issue come to your desk, you address it. Coventry was the first place I went to. Coventry. And I gave my whole heart there. One picture now. There are about 40 women. So some man on the picture. Because they are dance group.
I think I saw it.
A dance group. And I went and
joined them.
And I danced.
Oh.
And it was there's no way you say, no, yeah. And there's any president, I start with you inside the house.
What a humble way to live.
A humble way to do things. Just join. I deal with
that. Must have made it kind of, would you say that allowed, was it easy? Was it?
No, it's not easy.
What were the challenges?
The challenges were a lot, because in the whatever you say, there's 10 people opposing it. So effectively, I become a teacher. You teach and you teach and you explain and you teach, and every time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which is the great challenge.
Yeah, and then they got chopped on your that somehow you call something. We energy to transmit to the community honor. So you gain people and confidence.
Yeah.
Right along the route. And remember, I for Dimma, believe it or not, in the Coventry particularly, bless them. The meeting I in Coventry, I wanted to meet them. But say I'm the executive meeting. So I drove to Coventry.
Wow. Always on the go.
I was everywhere, honestly. And that has achieved 95% of the purpose. Only one year. Group because Ohanaeze is not where you get just an individual and register. No. You must be nominated for your community to attend Ohanaeze meeting.
To attend Ohanaeze meeting.
Yeah, you
have
must
to be
coming
nominated
from somewhere. Yeah, somebody must have pointed you to Ohanaeze. Otherwise,
I want to be pointed out. I need to be there. Okay, I need to be there. So point me out.
Yeah. So you've got to. Kitana, I get register Tina's talk show Ohanaeze.
Do you hear that?
And then you will hear from there. You begin to feature with other. There are so many people, our family here, Ohanaeze family, we talk show. You wouldn't know them. They wouldn't know you. And you can collaborate a lot.
Yeah.
Because you have a lot to contribute to it.
Yeah.
That's what it is. So my first purpose was to gather good Igbo, gather anyị nọrọ ana ka akpawazie nkata dị.
So gather the whole the UK
niile. The UK niile. The island. I went to Scotland. I went everywhere. I went everywhere. And God bless my team. Everybody will contact.
Wow.
Everybody.
Is that humility? Is that humility?
Oh, can they?
Oh,
can they?
Oh, bless. I mean, you can see. He gave me that privilege and opportunity to come to his, to his place and bring this message to you guys. Like, I really feel privileged that simple woman like me. It's no problem. Come, let us talk and see what we can share to the world.
Yeah. And I have a great pleasure in doing things. There are some pleasures in my life. Big pleasure. You see this equipment?
Yeah.
I'm a DJ, top.
And
top.
Still is or was?
Still.
My next birthday.
Still, I'm still a big DJ.
Are you serious? I don't even know what to say. Like, I don't even know how to say it.
I will play you some music when you finish.
We're gonna have after party. After party interview.
So really? Also adds flavor to it. So Abatan I place or the cold or the dog. Say Abiko. This thing.
It's also kind of like not allowing. Yes, you are whatever position that we are in, whatever responsibility we are.
Yeah, don't let it take you.
Yeah, don't. Yeah, take you away from. Yeah.
Don't let. That is true.
That is a job because it's a like you said, it's a big, huge responsibility, and that you felt like, okay, I want to take up this responsibility. At the same time, you didn't lose yourself into it because you're someone that you like, you're humble, and you apply that same humility into your work and making it easy for. Yes, there were challenges, but overall, there will always be.
I address my mind that it's a major challenge I'm taking. But what are the remedies? How do you go about getting it? Like I mentioned Coventry before. Coventry group, wonderful. They were the first people I visited and they made a mark in the journey for me.
Oh, really?
Because of Coventry, everywhere in Jesu, the people are encouraged to pay for me to stay over hotel. They pay for my transport. My predecessor didn't get that. I was asking me, how did you do it? I said, no, I didn't do it. The family sees it that you are suffering to come and be part of them in everything anime. So why don't we just take care? How much call back on president?
Exactly.
So only if I name an hotel is paid, journey is paid for. It becomes a very good integral part of the progress because you are not fair.
Yeah, exactly.
Only days on half Coventry, half of the journey, I go Nottingham from there. I attend everything except my mama about it.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, in the Coventry, you've heard.
Yeah,
it's still.
They are there. Coventry, Milton Keynes, Nottingham, tops.
Amazing.
Tops, Luton, tops. Award, award everywhere, Batarana,
Wow.
Everywhere, yeah, everybody.
Amazing.
Everybody. London, every community in London. Some days they party like 4 or 5 in one day.
How do you do that?
I just have to show my face because it's important for them now.
They must have missed you.
Oh yeah.
So when did you step down for someone else?
I've stepped down going almost 4 years now.
Almost 4 years now.
Yeah.
They must have missed you.
Yeah, they still.
Greatly.
Well, I'm everywhere for them.
Yeah.
Except for Corona. Otherwise.
Yeah. You're still there. You're still there.
Still there.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, you've made a great impact in the community. You know, even though not just only in Ohanaeze as a leader there, but you have, you know, and still is, you know, impacting and supporting as much as you can.
Yeah,
because sometimes our, you know, being a leader, you know, not all the time it has to have a title to it.
No.
You know, it doesn't always have to have a title to it. You could be a leader, just people supporting, being there and giving advice, you know. That before we look at, you know, the advice in general, bringing everything together, you did mention something that was amazing. And I think, you know, I want my audience to hear this, you know, that, you know, Chief is actually, you know, maybe not all of you know this. If you would do us the pleasure to share this part with us. You mentioned about having an accident, you know.
Yeah.
I think that's a miracle,
Yeah,
you know,
that's true.
and you know, can you tell us a little bit about the accident? You know, I saw the scar, and it's
you know, it's one of those things that is serious challenge. Like it was in Benin when I came to take over as the manager. Like I said, I restructured so fast, so quick that things changed there.
Yeah.
And every time you restructure things or change things, people are always offended.
Yeah.
And those who
afraid of change, isn't it? Change.
Yeah. Those who think they got to hurt me, do this and do that. Whatever they did, I wouldn't know correctly, but there were signs of danger ahead of me. I was supposed to go to one supervisory management course in Lagos for 5 days. I left Benin on Saturday morning to Lagos. My friends, my colleagues, all of us gathered at Apapa Hotel and ate and make noise. I was just going to Lawansin to drop my cousin. And then somebody called his name. I stopped. We picked this young man up. I've never met him, but I don't know him. He entered the car. So we just came down from mile 2 to go to Relay. As we joined the road, about 2 miles down the road, we were blanked out.
Wow.
And that, I was in the hospital. I was in Lut for the first 6 months, untreated, unconscious. My company called my office in Benin. They said I have gone to Lagos. Lagos said they haven't seen me because the accident was on a Sunday and I was supposed to go resume on Monday morning. So nobody knew where I was or whatever until the story of accident came up. They checked, I was the one. My company, God bless that boss of mine, Mr. Meta, supportive. They did everything. Well, you have seen it the way it is.
Yeah.
It was not like a joke. But on the Thursday of that week, I came to work. I noticed that my door was broken into. And there's Mbe.
Tortoise.
Mbe na table in my office.
Edobelig. Wow.
I went to tell my mom. Mama said, "Neya afuki akpo yo akotie na mmiri. Na onye tinyere there. Na ga akpo afọ nwe."
Wow. So you did mention, I mean, God has always been with you. It's you know, that is why I've said before that when we look back and see what has happened to us, it puts God on a spotlight.
That's right.
It put God on a spotlight. We can see how far what God has done and everything. You know, the car coming from nowhere and hitting, and you know, like there was something. I mean, a lot of people don't believe, just like you said, whether people like it or not, there's such a spirit.
There is.
You know, so there's powers powers out there, and for God to have kept you, you know, when I saw this car, it was really, I was like, oh my God, this literally a miracle, a walking miracle right now,
That's
because
exactly
if not,
right.
God has been faithful in your life. Now, you've shared so many things, and I really do appreciate everything that you've shared so far. Part of you that not so much people know about, and your humility, how how you've been. What encouragement or advice would you give to anyone that is listening right now? And would you say that in terms of leadership or in terms of life in general, what would you like to pass on as a legacy?
Well, thank you very much. You see,
You're welcome.
the thing that comes to mind first is your belief and acceptance of God, because you can't do anything without that. And find a sense of purpose, definition of how do you want to do it. It may not go that way, but it won't deviate so far from there.
Finding purpose.
If you don't define how you want to do it, if you don't know where the rain starts, you probably won't know when it stops. You must be able to define how do you want to manage crisis, when it comes. For instance, the accident. The guy who died in the car, I've never met him before.
Wow.
A group of boys from my neighboring village on Cholona came to the hospital to pick me up, saying that the boy who died, that I used him to make money. How can a young man like me have the kind of money I have got? That's the first accusation. Second, they can't find his body to bury.
Where was the body?
Now, that's a new, if I have the newspaper cutters, I can tell you what I'm saying.
Wow.
It turned out his head was found in his auntie's wardrobe in Ikorodu Road.
Why the accident happened somewhere?
The accident happened on Badagry Road.
And his head was found
in that lady's wardrobe.
After investigation.
So we went, they took there, I was arrested, I was taken to everywhere. And somewhere somebody said no. I was riding a motorcycle following the car when he had it's a brand new car. And young people had big music in my car every time.
I can see signs of
every time. My Mercedes downstairs, big music in everything I do. So the guy was following us when the accident happened. So he helped take us to the hospital.
He saw the cops.
He saw the cops. He saw us as dead when the thing happened. He took us there. But that particular person was his colleague at work. They were prison officers. So he helped take that one with them. Some other car said they were taking him to Igbo Abi Hospital.
Ah, another hospital. Different from where you were.
Different. I was in Lut. So that's where the journey widened up.
When you say Lut, was it Luton?
No, Lut is Lagos University Teaching Hospital.
Okay.
In Idiaraba.
Oh, okay.
That's
okay.
That's where I was.
As you say Lut, my mind is thinking Luton.
No.
Okay, Luton. That was in Nigeria.
Yeah, that's in Nigeria. So then all these things started showing up. When they said that I killed somebody, the guy came to court and said no, that he followed who took him to somewhere else. Igbo Abi Hospital. And whatever happened to him happened from Igbo.
From there.
Not knowing that he probably was a target of charm or something. The people, that car that was following us when the accident happened was meant for that man.
Yeah, it was on a mission
with him.
So
me and my cousin were just victims of
the circumstance.
Finish.
That's what they say. Yeah. Let me not be around when something is meant for someone, and then right. I'll be there to to.
I've got all it was on the big news, the newspaper, Punch, everywhere.
Wow.
And then when we went to court, the MTA news, all that came out that I didn't kill anybody, that they found the head of this guy in his auntie's wardrobe in Elijah something. She's in Mecca when this was happening.
She was already in Mecca.
She was in Mecca. She wanted to become Elijah and all that
and then,
with it. And then when she came back, they confront the family, town meeting confronted her
Of course.
And she denied. They gave her 7 days to live, and she died in 7 days.
Or she confessed, or she
refused to confess, and they said if she doesn't accept the responsibility because they've broken into her house and
found the face.
The head of the guy is in this one.
The head of wow, amazing, amazing.
So that freed me up completely.
And that was God.
I never, up till now, I have never seen his picture. The only time I saw him is when he entered the car. I don't know him. I don't know his name.
Wow.
So the journey is this. Make your own effort. Stay strong in how you want to manage it. It may not always be how you want it that God will do it for you.
Yeah, true. I agree.
Don't fall down. I don't fall down. I have a lot of things I enjoy, like the DJ. I do a big music. I have a.
Who can ever thought that Chief can do DJ?
Yeah, I'm going to make you a CD before I go. Hold on, let me show you something.
Hey, Chief wants to treat me with easy.
That's my music.
Oh, thank you. Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm going to show you how that works in a minute. I'm going to go make you music.
Easy.
Yeah.
That's Music Limited.
Yeah.
Wow. Is it the name of? Is it like
it's a label?
It's a label.
It's a label. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a label.
So you have a label. You do. Amazing. For how long now? So do you have singers under you? You know, people under you.
Yeah, we sponsor these small young people.
Wow.
That's how they make money. When they write good songs, they sell it.
Wow. I have people that I've interviewed actually recently. They are artists from different parts of the world, Italy, America, France, where's this country in Deutschland? And they are good. And some of them, I think, just one that I've interviewed so far is under a record label. Other ones, they are literally praying for a good record company to sign them.
Yeah, so that's what.
Guys, you see, Tina Talk Show, a lot of this happens here. If you are an artist and you are looking to sign to a record label, Chief has one coming up. I will be putting the information how you can contact him. Wow, amazing. That's great.
I'll show you how that works, because it's business. People, things you don't know that can do some things, do it eventually.
Wow. So what motivated you to want to putting up this record label?
Because
thank you.
Yeah, I will do it for you.
Okay.
See, this will come out.
Okay.
Have you got a steady hand?
A steady hand. No, I'm not sure. Let me try. Okay.
So that goes round there.
Goes round. Okay.
You need to center it well. The cup, there's a small clip behind. I can't find that in that packet.
Okay.
But that it don't matter. You can take that one as a souvenir for you. But I'll still make you music.
Okay.
Yeah. You're now one of my engineers, isn't it?
Hey, got it. I think, did I?
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's very fine. So you're gonna touch it up so that it has
so it's still properly. Air gap. Okay. Is that songs there?
No, it's a brand. You can see. I'll put a song in it in a minute for you.
Oh, hold on. So this is a plain CD.
It's a plain CD. I'm going to put a song for you in there. I'm going to give you one mix.
Wow. So who sings it? Who's the song?
I'm a combined artist. I collect some music and put one of my artists.
I'm going to bring I've got people that I'm going to be introducing to you for you to support them.
I'm going to sign you the original copy of it. This is a master copy.
Wow, amazing.
I'm going to put you some mix in it.
Wow. So you put up this to support and to grow.
What we do with artists is if they make a good music.
Yeah.
We are like marketing them and their
And
music.
you market them.
Yeah, we market them and
I
their
help
music.
you. Guys,
Yeah.
if you've been on Tina Talk Show, this is what I'm talking about, okay?
We market
It's
them.
about who you know,
Yeah.
okay? God, this is what I'm talking about. You know, when we share, now somebody may be struggling by themselves,
Yeah.
and they are good. I've interviewed good artists. I'm going to show you some of them. They are amazing.
Yeah.
But nobody to market them or promote
Yeah,
them.
that's what it is. So
Amazing.
get them through the media, push them up. I'm going to endorse this and put some music in it.
Wow, wow. So the message to the world is be strong. Do that.
Keep confidence in you.
Wow.
No, nothing comes easy in the world. Nothing.
Wow, amazing. So, I mean, Chief, there's so many things that I've learned so much from that you've shared. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you very
And
much.
I'm sure that a lot of people would benefit, especially from your record label thing, and also what you have shared so far. There is that belief that I've seen how you have become. There's a journey, like I did mention the other time. People see you today, they want, they see all those accolades and the positions that you hold. They want to be that, but you can see the humility that is one of the ingredients of what I've just seen here. Humility. And to be able to lead effectively, you have to be with the people.
Yeah, you become a servant first.
Yes.
If you're not a servant, you can't lead.
But you see, that is what it is. It's servant. You serve unto the people, and you're serving them. And when we have that understanding, and it helps us to lead the people behind us very well. Thank you so much. It has been a honor.
It's a pleasure.
And a privilege to come today. I've learned so much. Thank you so much for that, Chief. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you
very much, Daddy.
So if thank you.
Thank you very much. Shall we promote your business properly?
Amen. Now, if you don't mind, give me 1 minute. Let me just round it up by myself.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah. Yes. So now, audience, I don't know about you, but I've learned so much from Chief. And do you know what? He's also a prince, but even though he doesn't like to carry that in front, this is a man who have demonstrated, even though you are from royalty, it does not matter. He walked his way through them. Yes, sometimes it's about who we know. But you see, in order for sometimes we could even become from royal and somebody else who knows that we are not of good character that we're not of a good background, the favor will not come there. It's a man that has demonstrated that hard work pays, and God has continued to guide and lead him and take him to that place of who you see him today. One thing that I learned again from Chief is that no matter what we do in life, we need to always make sure that we speak our truth. Speak your truth. Damn the consequence. Yes, of course, sometimes the consequence might be severe, but standing for your truth and allow God to do the rest is very, very important. And also, if you are watching me right now, like I've always said, Tina Talk Show is a platform that is designed just for you. Maybe you are watching me right now. And you have a story to share. There's something about you that you think, you know what? I think my humble beginning, I think I've learned something, some experiences, some knowledge, some wisdom I would like to pass to the next generation. Tina Talk Show is a platform that is designed for you. Yes, Oprah, we all want to be on Oprah Talk Show, right? But this is a starting point for all of us. I decided to put up this because I know there's a lot of us that have stories to share, but there's no platform to share that. And this is what I'm all about, to encourage you. There might be somebody right now watching that is demotivated. that's uninspired. Maybe try, if you wanted to commit suicide, but that's your knowledge, your wisdom, you understand, sharing your story might just be that motivation that that person need to fulfill their purpose in life. It's me, your host. If you are watching me from YouTube right now, I encourage you to please do support me by subscribing, and don't forget to push the notification button so when next time I come up, you will be the first to be notified with an amazing story. If you are watching me from Facebook, I would encourage you to follow me up there. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me there. Please do follow me. You can also find me and find even more about me on my website, www.tinatalkshow.com. That is where you can find me. You can find me literally everywhere, most of the social media handles. Thank you so much, audience, for your time. And until next time, and bye for now.